Hello, welcome to a new video of Dynasty War. In this video, we'll look at Chao. Chao is one of the earlier 7-star that I've got in my main account, and I still use him, I still keep him, I still have him. His ability is to increase the movement speed of friendly units, and allowing them to climb over wall. Now the important part of this ability is to climb over walls. That means you can just ignore them, doesn't matter how high of a level they are. Now if you look at the partnership, he only requires a 4-star Madai to increase his maximum damage for 25%, a 5-star Matang and 6-star Prang D to increase his maximum damage for 16%. So the 2 damage partnership is relatively easy to achieve. However, the HP partnership is a bit difficult because you need 2 unparalleled heroes to do that. Let's look at the other attributes. Chao he is the highest DPS of all the common 7-star, 594. And if you look at all the sword type heroes, all of them, he is pretty high up there. Ghostfire has 598, which is a bit higher than him. White Coat and Guan Yu has 60 something, so it's not higher, but it's not a lot more. And Lu Bu has 620 something or 30 something. So in terms of DPS for sword type hero, he is pretty high up there. The next thing that you should also notice is his max HP. He is the second highest max HP for a sword hero, the highest being Guan Yu with I think 5,435. Now the other thing that is really strong of Chao is his movement speed, 2.6. That is the highest for sword type hero, along with Guan Yu. Now if you make a comparison with Guan Yu, both of them has a active ability, an active skill, that once you use it, you don't really care about, the hero itself. And what about this fast movement speed is that they will go first. They will tank the damage first. And since they have a higher health, the ability to tank is good as long as they will be the one that's getting hit. And because they move faster, they usually, go in the front and get hit by the Purgatory Tower first, which is a good thing. So right now I'm going to play some clips from my main account. Both these clips are from an alliance battle. The first one is really for fun. I use a bunch of tigers with Chao, which is not really the best troops to use Chao with. Well, the idea was to use Chao to bring Sima Yi inside the base and buff the tigers, because the tigers are pretty strong by themselves, and as you can see in the video, they are pretty strong once they get inside the buff. Unfortunately, this base is an abandoned base, so the Purgatory Tower and the crossbow are inactive. However, the Thunder Towers are pretty strong, so I guess this is still a pretty good example of how you can use Chao to bring other heroes inside the base to, do whatever you want to do. And in an alliance battle, taking out the headquarters is essential for both conquering or saving cities. And Chao is the perfect hero to use because he has the ability to bring your other heroes and your other troops right to the headquarters. The next clip is me trying to save one of our city. So the defender is actually active. His Purgatory Tower and crossbow and everything works. He has troops in his alliance camp. And his base is just the perfect demonstration of how Chao is useful. His base is set up so that your troops will funnel into some openings where he placed down basically traps, all kinds of traps. And with Chao, you can just jump over the 3 layers of walls that he put on each side. Therefore, you can just ignore all the traps and jump straight to his headquarters. And that is what I did in this attack. And you can see the types of troops and the level of my troops at the end of the video. But I've been using this army composition since I got like my first couple of 7-stars. Because my first 3 7-stars are Jiang Wei, Sima Yi, and Chao. And then at that time, the 4th one is just any random 6 stars. The troops that I'm using and their level are available in Headquarter 9. And I think this army composition still work. Even right now, I could use it. It still work. I could get to the headquarter and successfully save the city. Both my Jiang Wei and Ma Chao is still at level 1 ability. And the really big difference from now and before when I first used this army composition is my Sima Yi, which is now level 12 ability. But I don't think it matters too much on what type of troops you use with Ma Chao, because you could always find a reason or a method to use different troops and different combinations to do certain things. But in terms of what heroes to bring along with Ma Chao, I think you need at least 3, including Ma Chao, of the hero has to have an active skill. Because you're doing this assault type of an attack, you jump straight to their headquarters, and you want to have the ability to choose when to use your ability. And if you bring a hero with a passive skill, you have to wait for the CD to pop, and sometimes it could go too early. Sometimes it doesn't even pop, and then the hero died, or pop too late, and then your other hero died. So for an example, in this clip, you see me using Guojia to freeze the fire towers. But if you bring a Pang Tong in, you have to wait for his cooldown to pop, and you don't know when would that be. He could have used the skill before jumping in, or he could have used the skill on a different building, or he could have used the skill after the Purgatory Tower burns down one of your heroes already. So having an active skill is really important when you use it with Ma Chao. And I think Jiang Wei is one of the hero that fits really well with Ma Chao, because his ability to stun the enemy heroes is very useful, especially when you're jumping a bunch of troops and your heroes inside the middle of their base. And that means you can deal with one hero only, because Jiang Wei can stun 3. So that's it for Ma Chao, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.